up, everybody? Well, I got another Asus G15 Advantage gameplay video for you guys today. And today, we're doing the Outer World. We're gonna try 1080p first, and then of course, we'll do 1440p next. And then, it'll be on to the Alienware, as usual. But, let us waste no more time, and let us get ourselves into the game. Alright, we're gonna go with maxed out first. And I almost thought this would have, just skimmed by, but then I found a spot where we dropped into the 40s. So I was like, okay, nope. And it was after 6 minutes and 50 seconds or something like that, too. So I was like, okay, no, we're still gonna go through all the settings like we usually do. That's just not cool. Glad it happened right before I was literally about ready to stop and switch to camera recorded gameplay, so glad it happened when it did. But anyway, let's go get that gameplay.
What can I do for you? You know about Eugene? How? Then, you know Phyllis suggested selling off Eugene's gold teeth. I didn't approve of the idea then, and I don't approve of it now. Eugene's golden teeth were a family heirloom, representing 3 generations of poor dental hygiene. He took them to his grave. More than a few. Those teeth were his personal savings. I can't ask Silas to dig up a man's body and pry a few teeth loose from his jaw just to pay my bills. Can I?
Are you asking rhetorically? Because if you're being serious... Ugh, gross.
Desperate measures, Miss Holcomb. Desperate measures. I'm going to have to ask Silas to dig up those teeth. It's the only way I'm paying my gravesite fees. Here you are. Gravesite papers affixed with my signature and an IOU. Eugene was not a suicide. He put a bullet in his brain, yes, but that's largely a technicality. I was the one who prepared Eugene's body for interment. I discovered symptoms of the plague on his corpse, and I discovered medicine in his pocket. Lots of medicine. Eugene overdosed on adrenatime, which is known to cause psychosis and paranoia as possible side effects. The paranoia drove him to take his own life. We can all thank our lucky stars that young Eugene was hopped up on medication and suffered its predictable side effect. I included it all in my official report. I'd like to think I saved Edgewater a great deal of money. We never could have paid the fines associated with a suicide.
You run into any trouble? Reliable work from a freelancer. That's gonna take some getting used to. buy you a drink sometime. Oh, suppose you've earned it. One good turn deserves another. Abernathy was sick? With the plague? That's disgusting. I shook hands with the guy. What? No. If I knew he was sick, I would have had him reported. I needed his fees because of his name. A for Abernathy. He was at the top of my list, you see? Yeah? The colony ship? Are you talking about that old rumor? Some great big starship packed full of colonists what got lost in the aether never to be found again? Ain't heard that one since I was but a stripling. Can't say it was terribly convincing far as rumors go. There a reason you asking? All right, easy now. No need to get your hackles up. Maybe you've been out in the sun too long. Why don't you head over to the cantina? Get yourself some zero-G brew. It's a brew that's good for what ails you.
Cannery's been running at full capacity all day.
So now I'll try very high. Generally, the difference between very high and ultra is usually minimal. Like sometimes we'll get like 5 to 6 FPS. Sometimes only like 3. But I figured we'd do it just for the hell of it. And then we'll try high, which is a much better setting to go with on a system like this, in my opinion, and which I would go with as well. But still, let's go test this out first.
Aw, he ain't no threat. Wow, not even a scratch!
Never seen the veil lit up like this before. You beat that scout to scrap with its own legs? Pulled its optic cables out its head case? Actually, don't tell me. Rather use my imagination. You're a passing fair soldier, I will confess. But you are one, and the enemy is legion. What you need is an equalizer, a weapon to strike fear in their cold mechanical hearts. Cantina, lavatory, behind one of the toilets. That's where I've kept it hidden all these years. Sharp, ain't it? The lavatory is the very last place a mechanical has need to enter. On the double, soldier. Don't want the bartender poking around in there with a mop.
So now we'll try high real quick, and then we'll get some camera recorded gameplay. Because we do get a little bit of the FPS eaten up by OBS here. Usually it's like 5 to 8. But anyway, now I would say it's about time for some of that gameplay.
Something got you down?
Nothing. Just don't want to fall sick.
You're not a big drinker, are you?
The part that said...
Never seen the veil lit up like this before. Feast your eyes, soldier. This here is a genuine Spacer's Choice injury customizing unit, designed to deliver a lethal blast of electrical discharge. I call it the Hand of the Law. You ever want to see a mechanical flailing around like a grounded fish? You stick a couple thousand volts in its guts. With compliments from old Ludwig. Fun. This ain't some quarterly performance review, soldier. Ours is a grave and sacred duty. Time's come for you to journey down into the black heart of the enemy's camp. I'm talking about the old geothermal plant. Unfortunately, the old plant lies outside my board-given jurisdiction. You'll need to get a passcode from the boss, Reed Thompson. I've been after a passcode for years. Boss said no on account of my gross incompetence with all matters related to security. I need you to get us the brain of a mechanical. Well, not exactly a brain. Anatomically speaking, what we're looking for is a logic module. If you die horribly, I will pour out a can of Zero G to your memory.
Now, time for some camera recorded gameplay. Seems like high is the way to go on this thing, but that's usually how it goes on this thing, even when it was brand new. Very rarely could you put games unless they were old on Ultra.
Here they come!
Uh-oh. Holy shit, you're big. You need a little help. Yep, yep. Yeah, no kid. Oh, they got me anyway. Son of a bitch. I was doing so good, too. Bastards. I hate those stupid monkey things. I can take on just about anything else, but not them. Like all the rest of the computers, it still has its little stutters as you run around. So, it looks like they never really fixed that from when I first tested it. Doesn't make the game completely unplayable, but it's definitely not fun. I mean, we'll see if it's just like the lower end computer stuff. This is mid-range, but we'll see if it still happens on like the super high-end stuff. If I remember correctly, the small form factor PC still did it, but not as much. Although, who knows, maybe the game just hates AMD, although it was bragging about AMD Ryzen. It'd be hilarious. It's like, yeah, we love the processor, we just hate the GPUs that we make. Great. But this thing does have a Ryzen CPU as well, so it should be good enough for it. I don't remember when this came out. When this came out, I think just Zen 2 was out. I think this is Zen 3? I can't remember. Yeah, I guess it's Zen 3. I'd have to look into it with CPU-Z, but I'm pretty sure this thing was a Zen 3. But lots of times, laptop stuff's weird, and then it's like, oh no, it was actually only Zen 2 as well. Haha. It's like, oh, okay. Obviously, it's doing it a little bit better while it's not recording as well. Yeah, those FPS are all over the place. Luckily, we do have FreeSync, but it's not a miracle worker. If we go from 120 all the way down to 80 or 90, you're going to notice. But still better than not having it, though. Alright, now unfortunately we have to go inside a building, but it is what it is. I just kind of play the games. I think that's better than just running around in a circle. I do that in some games sometimes if I don't know what I'm doing, but... Oh, horse shit. there's his office. Oh, walked right past it. Oh, cool, thank you. Now we got the key card. Alright, I think we've got it. Hopefully I won't be destroyed by apes again. Speaking of that, just in case that does happen, so I don't have to do all that over again, although I think it saves, just like Skyrim, Fallout, that kind of stuff. Anytime you leave go in or out, I think it just auto-saves. But I could be wrong, so we would just do that just to be absolutely sure. He's outside, that's right. We're just gonna keep running around the outskirts and we'll find him eventually.
Never seen the veil lit up like this before.
Oh, yes, you have.
Bang up work, soldiers. You're a credit to your uniform. Oh, that reminds me. Gotta look into getting us a uniform. So this is it then. The key to humanity's victory over the mechanical hordes. I would reward you with the gratitude of the resistance, but I'm guessing you want something tactile. So here's a couple bits for your trouble. And a little something to remember me by.
Awesome. And that means... Oh wait, yeah, we just have to do dialogue there. There we go. We've got that, and then we also needed... I think the other one was medical. Actually, wait, we can go do that one thing first real quick. Now I think about it. Well, off we go then. That GPU is all over the place. It might just be one of those games. It's either overheating, it still wouldn't let me. I got some of the stuff to come back, but it still doesn't see the thing's temperature for whatever reason. It wasn't even an option. Sometimes it comes back, or
We can
sometimes
handle
it goes away.
this.
Oh, yeah! I'm gonna hit you with my hammer. Where are you? Bonk. This hammer thing is so entertaining. Oh yeah, that's right, you can't Skyrim in this game. I keep trying it, but it does not work. I'd say we're at about 11 minutes. I think that's probably good. We will continue this in the next video. Well, alright guys, that's a wrap for the Outer Worlds on the Asus G15 Advantage at 1080p anyway. And it definitely was a little wonky. It was looking like it was going to be fine for a while. First like maybe minute, and then I started going, things are not all so great. Or at least with the stutters. But I was like, hey, at least we're getting 60 plus. Then I went back into town and found a spot where we dropped all the way down to 47, right as I was about ready to switch over to the camera recorder portion. And that's why I always warn you guys, just because I get 60 FPS everywhere I go, doesn't mean that you will the entirety of the entire game. Because if I would have just continued like that, I would have gone, oh, shit. Right when we started the camera, I'd be like, hey, we're dropping down to 47. It might have been more like 52 or something when we're not recording, but still. It wouldn't have been 60, I don't think. I've never seen it take up 15, 20 FPS. I mean, maybe once or twice in some really weird instances, like in a CPU-intensive game or something. But regardless, we were able to get playable FPS as soon as we dropped it down to high, which is a lot more realistic of a setting anyway. Most of the time, Ultra's stupid anyway. Unless you got an overpowered computer like my 5090, I'm sure that thing will be able to handle this, no problem. Same thing with a small form factor PC. But if you got mid-range or like low-end, you gotta have relative setting. You can't just go ultra everything. Why am I getting 10 FPS? This is stupid. You know, that's just not gonna work for you. Either way though, that is all for this video. We'll get to 1440p in the next one. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video though, because I sure as hell enjoy making it for you guys. And until the next video, peace out, guys.